What an amazing day. Welcome to the day 2 of Chennai International Book Fair 2025. I am grateful to sit amongst this amazing bunch of people whom I have the pleasure to know personally as well. And we want to keep this session very interactive, very organic. And I want you all to listen, and we want to throw some time in the end to open for questions. So if you have any questions, because these are the masters here who have done a lot in publishing in different segments. It's not just publishing books. There's someone who is master technology, someone who has dabbled with books and diplomacy, someone who has run big events across the globe, and someone who has worked with children, created beautiful children books, and has been a community leader since last 6-7 years. So I will put a common question for all of you. What do you see as a trend in publishing, global trend in publishing these days, according to your experience, according to your background? And we can talk about it for 5-6 minutes, and then we can build questions around that. Does that sound okay? Yeah? So, Simon, would you like to start with that?
Thank you for having me at this panel discussion. Thank you, Prashant. And I'm honored to be with such distinguished guests. Thank you for being here. Trends in publishing. I would tend to say that there are some trends that are happening, and there are some trends that I think will grow, and I'm seeing it more and more as I'm traveling around the world. One of the major trends that I'm seeing is the whole use of AI and also metadata to discover books. One of the elements that was mentioned was discoverability. I think a lot of great publishers do great books. The problem is people don't know, because if you don't know the book exists, how would you know that it's good? So making a good book is important. Making sure that people know that your great book exists is even more important if you're expecting to sell it. So I think discoverability comes through metadata. So the information that is in the book, the information that's on the back cover, the information that's in the title, all of that information now has to be well integrated into your website, so that all of those engines, all of us here, are used to using Google or any type of system to search things, looking for a new car, looking for this, looking for that. Everything is engineered by little engines in the back that you don't see. So if the information about your book isn't there, your book will never show up, and you'll never sell that book. So that would be the first trend that I think is worldwide now. People are very conscious of this. And those who don't believe that, well, they tend to close their shop relatively quickly. So that's one trend. The second trend, which is more related to me and I think is important, is children's publishing. More and more publishers around the world are understanding that educational material is essential for good children to learn. But above and beyond educational material, children's books are essential. I invite every adult here to think, if all the books you got to read were math and textbooks, you'd probably find life relatively boring. You like to read novels, you like to read essays, you like to go to the theater and watch a show that isn't related to any pedagogical element, just pleasure of reading. And around the world, that's something that more and more publishers, more and more governments, more and more parents are understanding, is that children need to read at a very young age. There are some countries where they even say that it's important that you read to your child when he is in the womb of the mother. That's how important reading is. Reading is as important as breathing and drinking water, because that's part of what makes us able to make wise decisions. The sooner we learn to read, the sooner we get to make better decisions. And if we only use textbooks, what we do is we tend to make children cringe at the idea of reading. If everything I do is read about things that I have to be evaluated on, I'll learn how to read, but I might not like reading. So we have to make sure that we enjoy reading. If everything you do was based on your evaluation, you probably wouldn't be riding a bicycle or driving a car or going to the theater or walking in the street. I mean, you were not evaluated on that. You were just given a chance to do those things. So for me, those are two major trends right now.
Thank you, Simon. It's amazing. If you can read better, you can lead better.